Okay, let's work out your wig size. For wigs, the comfort and security of your wig really comes down to getting the size right. So let's do some measuring. First of all, you're going to want a flexible measuring tape like this, not a stiff measuring tape, not a piece of string, not just using a cable that you've got lying around, hoping that will be close enough. Accuracy is important, so you do want to get it right. Now, if you have no hair like me, it's very easy to take your measurements. There's no step one. If you do have your own hair, step one, pull that up into a ponytail to start with so we can do the circumference and ear to ear without your hair in the way. The first measurement is your circumference. You're going to follow the circumference of your head on that diagonal, following where your hairline would be, not straight like this. That's not where the wig is going to sit, so that's not the measurement that we need. We want this diagonal measurement that follows around about where a hairline would be. Now, you do not need to go down to where your actual hairline is. Some people's hairlines are very, very low, but that's not where the wig will sit. The wig will sit here at the nape of your neck. So that's where you're wanting that to sit at the back. You're going to bring that forward just over the ears, around to the front like this. Now, you want this to be fairly tight all around, so make sure it's not loose and like kind of gaping down at the back. You want a nice tight measurement. And as you can see here, I am 21 inches. You can take your measurements in inches or centimeters and then convert it if needed for any size chart. The next measurement we're going to do is from ear to ear. So I like to say you're starting from right here where your ear kind of connects to your head, where your ear finishes and your head starts. That's where you're wanting that 0 to be. Then you're going over to the other matching spot on the other ear. So I am 11 inches. Now, so far I happen to have been 21 inches exactly, 11 inches exactly, but when you are measuring, you want to be really exact. So if you're measuring in inches, I say measure to the nearest quarter of an inch. So if this was on my head more like this rather than it was bang on 11, but if it was more like this, I would say 11 and a half or 11 and a quarter. To the nearest quarter of an inch is going to be the most accurate, helpful measurement. If you're measuring in centimeters, I would do to the nearest half a centimeter. Final measurement, if you have your hair in a ponytail, take that out so we can just lay the measuring tape nice and flat against your head. And if not, you're ready to go. We're doing front to nape. So you want to take the measuring tape to the front hairline where the wig would sit at the front and then down to the nape of your neck. This is sometimes a little bit of a tricky spot to be sure of, but it's where your head kind of bends and becomes your neck. That's the nape of your neck. So you want a nice tight measurement from front to nape, and then you can check what you've got there. I'm at 12 and a half inches front to nape. The last step is to do it again and then do it one more time. And if you get the same measurements 3 times in a row, you know you're doing it right, you know it's accurate, you know you're getting exact measurements. If you are getting different measurements, you're not doing it quite right, and just keep following the instructions, keep trying again until you get the same measurements over and over, then you know you're doing it correctly and accurately, and you can rely on those results. So I hope this helps. Go get your perfect wig size and let me know if you have any questions.